Yo, what up, what up, what up, what up? You're here. It is time. And it has been a while since I've done any kingdom. Like 6 chapters behind. Gonna take a while. Wait, did the music stop? Yo, I swear to fucking God. Why am I not hearing shit? Let's see. Okay, there we go. Oh my God, alright. Theo, you get up on here. Come on, get up here. Okay, you shut the fuck up, okay? Quiet. You're pissing me off now. Annoying little shit. Come on, lay down. Come on, lay down. Go. There you go. There you go. Now lay down. Come on. Oh, she's so annoying. I'm not joking. I got home about 3.5 hours ago. She didn't want to have to do shit with me. I gave her snacks. She ate her snacks. Sat next to me on the couch, keeping her distance, not saying a word. I get up here. I sit on my chair behind my desk, and she just starts yapping. And I don't know why. It happens every single time, and I don't know why. And it's actually getting a little frustrating right now. I don't know why she does that. It's only 2 times when she does this. This situation right here, I don't know why. And the other one is 5:30 in the morning. Every single day, she does it. Which I don't even mind her waking me up in the morning, because she's most likely just checking on me if I'm alive. But when she does this right here, like the moment I sit behind my desk, like it's not even when I sit behind, like I sit behind my desk and there's nothing. But the moment, like she senses that I'm about to go live, 5 minutes before going live, she started yapping. All right, got my frustrations out of the way. Let's see. I pull up Kingdom. We got a lot to catch up to. Because last thing I remember was Zhao completely dominating Qin and winning the war. The fastest war we've gotten so far. After that, the prisoners, like the Qin prisoners in Zhao, managed to rebel and escape when they saw their chance. And the mountain tribe girl, at the very last moment, saved Heki. So, will that in any way revive the war? Maybe, I don't know, because those men they don't have any strength left. They've been completely starved. They could barely fight the the average prison guards. But yeah. Hope there's no lag in the stream. Let me check. Let me close Discord because I thought I closed Discord. Let me check the stream real quick. I hope it's not lagging because I keep getting errors. Okay. Some tests. One, saving, the waving, audio sound, audio test. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Let me see. Okay, it's not. Okay. How do I fix this? Because it's lagging. It's lagging. I don't know why. I think it's just the temperature. It's not like it's warm. Like it's hot outside and the CPU is heating up very quickly. But it didn't do that when I stream like on what am I even trying to say? It doesn't do that when I streamed One Piece last time because it was pretty damn hot when when One Piece came out last chapter. Now with Kingdom it's. Do we have anything? Do we have any stream, any demanding open, like any heavy browsers? Let's see. No, it's actually lagging non-stop. I don't know why. Oh wait, hold up. It just switched. It should be good now, hopefully. Just test. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Come on, work with me. Okay, I don't know what I did, but it seemed to have worked. Alright, Kingdom. Like I said, we left off when Ken completely lost the war. They got annihilated. Completely outplayed by Riboku. So let's see if yo, no, fuck out of here. Come on. Get out of here. Alright, let's see. So, chapter 797. Oh, what a cover page. Oki and Hoken. It looks as if another age of hot-blooded battles may be coming again. Okay, so we got Heki's mountain tribe girl saving Heki at the nick of time. In the nick of time. Kintari Dono. Who are these guys? So yeah, the mountain tribe has arrived at the war prison, I guess. Who are these guys? Okay, so the mountain tribes have arrived. The prison's just yelling, it's the Kin army, it's the Kin army, the mountain tribes. The worst part of Kingdom is the dialogues. The story is phenomenal, the art is absolutely amazing, but the dialogue is... it's pretty shit most of the time. We're saved, we're really saved. Hey, Steve Walker. Hey, how you doing? Been a while. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, you came just at the right time. Because it, like earlier, the stream was really fucking up. It was lagging all over the place. But it seems to be good now. So welcome, how you doing? Sadly, no One Piece this week, so we'll be doing Kingdom instead. came to rescue us, Kitari Dono. I can't believe it. It's too early for you to celebrate, she says. We have to get you out of here before those gates close. Is this everyone who escaped their cells? What is she saying? Oh yeah, I always forget that the Mount Tribe have their own language. So but Heki understands it and he says, this is everyone. Well, let's catch some. Are you fully caught up to Kingdom? Because ever since what's his face? Oh my god, how am I blanking on his name? Like that one fucked up general from Kin that died. It's not Olsen, like the other dude that was with Olsen's war army in Mogo's army. Kanki, Jesus Christ, Kanki, that's the one. How could I forget that? But yeah, ever since Kanki died, like chapter 2 behind. Okay, I mean I'm 6 chapters behind, so I'm gonna be here sitting for a while. Yeah, ever since Kanki died, it seems like the hype around Kingdom seems like it has died a little bit. There was a lot of downtime, some which even felt like filler, which obviously it isn't, but some of it felt so irrelevant to a certain extent. But it's finally picking up again, so hopefully the hype around it also goes up with it too. Yeah, Kanki, that's the one. Yo, fuck. Alright. I don't think it's because of Kanki though. I think it's mostly because of the downtime after that war, because everything up until Kanki's death, it's been like it was a lot. Like everything around it was alive in the Kingdom community. Right now, like ever since Kanki died, it was like the downtime between the 2 arcs. It was too much, in my opinion. I mean, obviously, you're gonna always have downtime, which is good. But the way it was done this time, it felt. I mean, it wasn't the best. Okay, we've got one of the Mountain Tribe people. There were a lot of prisoners in the camp, but we're the only ones who managed to come this far. Kitari of the Mana Tribe. You're from the Najara tribe. Even you guys were captured. It's shameful to admit, but my mask was shattered and I was brought here with everyone else. A few members of my tribe are still alive. My sympathies, she said. But you did well to survive. And you protected General Heki to the very end. Then he says, well, once we entered this camp, we were the ones being protected. Get them on the horses. They're just skin and bones, so we should be fine with even 2 or 3 people per horse. That is a fair point. They're completely malnourished. Like not a single muscle, not a single bit of muscle on their bones. Wouldn't surprise me if they don't weigh any more than 30 kilos. Sorry, Kitari Dono. He's frighteningly light, she says. There's still room on my horse. We can't risk you and General Heki being slowed down. Don't worry, everyone's mounted. Okay, so they take off, I guess. I can't begin to thank you enough, Kitari Dono. Even though I'm sure I smell awful. Now's not the time to be saying that. Just now, that was the language of the mountain tribes. I was taught a little, Heki says, by the Najara tribe. We had a whole year, you know. Guess you didn't have anything else to do, huh, you dummy. I don't understand unless you speak slowly, Kitari Dono. It's fine. Just be quiet and hold on. Yeah, okay, so just a little bonding time while they're escaping. Oh. I feel like I have to readjust my monitor when I have some time, because it's just a little bit too low. Okay, with the giant wall. This is bad. Hurry up and get out of here. Out of there, Mara tribe. They're closing the gates. Okay, they're back. Kitari and the others are back. Okay, so we have the Zhao soldiers trying to lower the gate. Oh, and they're actually closing it. Impossible, we won't make it. Shut up, full speed. Oh, never mind. I guess they did make it. They just barely made it out. You got it done, huh? Hintari of the Mara tribe. It's Kitari. Climbing down the wall was a lot tougher than climbing it up, huh? Won't you? Oh my god, I said it earlier, but god, the dialogue of Kingdom is... Maybe it's just a translation. It could be a translation issue, but Jesus Christ, like the way the dialogue is written is fucking awful. They might start shooting arrows or send soldiers after us. We're saved. We're really... Okay, so they start crying from happiness. Thank you, mountain tribes. Thank you. We lost so many, and not all of us could escape. Okay, so more thank yous. There's an urgent message from you, from Yotanwa-sama. Great General Olsen's army is retreating in defeat. Yotanwa-sama has also ordered all armies into full withdrawal. She's ordering the Mara tribe here to also fall back and make for the border. She's saying the Ken army lost. He's saying the Ken army was defeated, so it seems. What the guards were saying was true. That Zhao army is closing in on us. They must have noticed something was happening at Hongo. Shit, if Yotan was falling back, then we have to follow orders. We're behind enemy lines here, but we should evade them if we keep. We should evade them if we keep running. That for the Mount Tribe portion of. I mean, will they even play a role? Because it seems like the war is over for now. I still can't believe. I still can't believe Olsen got outplayed like that by Riboku. Like, it wasn't even close. Hold on tight, again, Heki. Okay, so he holds on to her, and off they go. Is this okay? Do you want to move me to a different horse? It seems that although General Heki is happy that he could meet you again after so long, he's embarrassed that he's getting turned on by your erotic body. What the fuck? What? Oh, I didn't notice the... Oh, okay, yeah, I didn't notice the blush. Yeah, okay. Okay, fair enough. Oh, could you even get a boner in that situation? I mean, I've never had my life be on the line, so I wouldn't know. Feels like I would have different priorities. Get off and you can run instead, Heki. How did you translate that, Jar? I didn't say I hated Kitari-don or anything. Once again, the dialogue, fucking awful. If there's any victory the Qin army can... If there's any victory the Qin army can say they earned during the Battle of Hango, it was that Heki and the few dozen men on him were able to return home. That is not a victory. They lost tens of thousands for 12 men, for a few dozen men. But they lost everything else. There they are, follow them. The Yotanwa army on the left wing, the Hishin unit on the right wing, and their saviors, the Yokuho, fought viciously to cover their retreats, to minimize their losses, and drew near the border. The Olsen army, which had been reduced to virtually nothing more than their headquarters, rendezvoused with Ohon and his men, who protected them until they also finally approached the border. We've done enough. Let's get going, Honsama. Fragmented reports of various retreats began to slowly trickle in. And Kanyu learned that this second invasion... Excuse me. And Kanyo learned that the second invasion of Northern Zhao had ended in crushing defeat. And they're all shocked. No one was able to utter a word, and a single thought flickered through all of their minds. The path to unification of China, which they had built over so many years, could it have possibly crumbled just now? I mean, that's what I said that's what I said last time, I think. Because they could only, if I remember correctly, Sei was able to only keep morale of the civilians for, I think it was like 12 years or some shit. So another loss this late is not very great for morale, especially considering that they haven't won a single war, like they haven't won a single invasion. The rooted Osen unit. How is father's condition? He's resting alone in his tent. Why are you not in attendance at his side? Says Ohon. If you're so concerned, then you go be at his side, young master. Then he says, Father would not welcome my concerns. But you know that, right? My concerns are also necessary to our lord. We underestimated Riboku. Since his father, I can't say he let his guard down. When we were victorious at Shukai Plains, a vulnerability was exposed. As expected, war is complicated. While that may be true, that's not the reason for our defeat. Riboku trapped us into a straightforward battle. I believe it was simply that. Olsen-sama's strengths showed themselves as the battle became more complex. Shukai Plains was a prime example. Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense. Riboku surmised that he could not win in such a situation. So he sealed out the Hishin units and the Yokuho, who have the capability of showing that complexity, who have the capability of sowing that complexity, and engage in a direct battle. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's genius from Riboku. So he acknowledged that he could not, like, wow, that's okay. No, that's impressive. That's actually impressive. Fucking hell. You should tell that to father. If it's something I noticed, then your father has long since Rather, he most likely noticed during the back half of the battle. Which is to say, Olsen Sama will win next battle. But will there, will there even be a next battle under Olsen? If there is a next battle, says Ohon. What are you saying? There's no way there won't be another battle. I'm saying that rebuilding the army won't be that simple. At any rate, I'm entrusting father to you, so... Yeah, that's big for Shin and Ohon to be recognized. I mean, yeah, right from the jump, Riboku risked his own life to like lure Shin away from the main battle. At that time, I thought he saw Shin as a threat, which he did, but it was not the main threat. The main threat was Ohon using Shin as a chess piece, which he couldn't have. So he took away the said chess piece, being Shin and Ohon, and just focused on an all-out battle. And I've been saying it like throughout the whole war, as short as it was. There was no one on Kin's side aside from Shin. There was no one who could like tango with the likes of Shibasho, who were their other generals. It's like, as smart as Olsen is strategy-wise, he doesn't have the muscle when it comes down to like direct battles. Ako, Mako, Denrimi, his close retainers that are said to have built up the Olsen army are gone. Yeah, so all of Olsen's generals are dead. Holy shit. Yeah, he doesn't. I mean, yeah, he doesn't have any heavy hitters. Take a like, for example, let's take a look at Oki's former army. Oki himself, I think strategy-wise, he was pretty damn solid, but he was a crazy heavy hitter, and not just that, he also had what's his face, mustache dude below him, who essentially took the place of Oki. I really need to refresh my the names, remember all the names of Kingdom. So yeah, that's the one. So is, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So is insane to have as a number 2, which is saying a lot about Oki. Yeah, exactly. It was definitely S tier. And as for, if we take Olsen's army and we look at the completely opposite spectrum, Mobu, he's the complete opposite. I guess you could say he's like the Kaido of Kingdom, I guess. Like, he's all muscle, pure raw power, but not much strategy going on. Unless in the past years, he recruited some strategists. Always definitely, yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, it is a fair comparison. Also needs to do like that. I mean, who would be a heavy hitter for Olsen? I mean, there's no like real prodigies like that. I mean, Shin was a prodigy. Like, from his very first battle, he like at the very start shifted the tide of the war. Ranbi Haku, the Berserker. Let me Google him. He was Ranbi Haku. I mean, I really suck at names, especially when it comes to Kingdom. Oh, like the The dude with a full mask? I vaguely remember him. It looks like a sort of Griffith type of mask, like the in terms of the eyes, but I don't even remember which arc that is. I desperately need to reread Kingdom. It's so long. I mean, I have nothing to lose. I could read in my free time, like a few chapters every day. But yeah, let's continue. Malcolm, Denrimi. Yeah, so like I said, Olsen lost all his generals, which weren't. I mean, Denrimi was definitely solid, but he was as solid as Denrimi was. He was not like a heavy hitter. I mean, I'm pretty sure Shin could outdo him. They were hyping him up. They were hyping up Denrimi all like non-stop. I never bought it. I mean, he was solid, definitely. I'm not downplaying him. But just looking at him, like the way he was fighting, that was not it. Like it was not enough. Like if I were to compare him to like a Yonko crew, then Remy would not be a commander, but more like the likes of Oven and the Toby Ropo. The only reason who can become his right arm and support him is you. He's Huzu. I mean, Huzu was pretty solid though. I mean, Huzu kind of got done dirty because I mean he had the luck of facing off Jinbei, which he didn't. He did not stand a single chance against Jinbei. Straight up mid diff. Okay, so he says no. The one supporting Osen-sama will be you. What do you mean? Says Osen. So, I have something I must do at all costs. I apologize, but this is as far as I go. Honestly, I mean, just looking at this motherfucker. If I didn't know, I would have said this is Heki. Looks so similar. Okay, so that was 797. On to the next one, 798. So one of the coolest characters that I've seen in this story, Ace direct soldiers. Like they're not even named characters. The way they acted when Sei went to execute Kanki, like their reaction time and their fierceness, that was actually impressive. I believe like one of them would be would top Denrimi and then some. It would not be a close fight. The woman I love. Okay, I'm not. I mean, I don't mind. Like romance plots in stories, but goddamn, we had so much downtime in Kingdom. We had such a short war, and now we're back at it again. Unless the title is misleading, but we'll see. Someone's still breathing over here. Are you okay? Sorry, we don't have time to help soldiers from Kin. Okay, so you straight up executed them. Yeah, this is brutal. Imagine, imagine being in that situation, just having to walk around a field, seeing whoever moves and just poking him in the throat. In the aftermath of the battle between the Osen army and Seika army, the Seika soldiers combined through the central battlefield to save any allies that still drew breath and to finish off any kin soldiers. They were cleaning up the battlefield, so to speak. Oh, okay, so that makes sense. Yeah, I was about to make a comment about how they didn't seem resentful to the kin soldiers they're killing, like the wounded king soldiers that they're killing. The Seika people are like separate people from regular Zhao people. It makes sense why they don't seem as resentful. Music stopped? Yep, the music stopped. Let me put out some Dragon Ball music. Yo, get up here. Come on, get up here. There you go. Girl. Good girl. Alright, let's continue. In the aftermath, okay, hold up. I've already read that. Normally, enemy corpses would be left where they lie, while allies would be buried on the battlefield. However, Seika felt that soldiers should be interred in the lands of Seika, and were attempting to transport them on carts. Okay. To that end, the Seika army was still presented instead of immediately... Oh, it was still present instead of immediately returning home. Okay, so right now it's being presented like that's gonna bite them in the ass somehow. There's not enough carts in the world to carry all of them. Figure it out. We were ordered not to leave a single person behind. Now guys from the Sato unit, all of them, okay. Oh my god, I thought that was a circus for a moment. Like, at first glance, I swear to god, I thought that was a circus. Kansaro headquarters. The carts we loaded with corpses are steadily getting out for Seika. As we expected, we don't have enough. It seems we've used all the carts from Hongo. Now we're trying to gather carts from nearby castles. Jian seems like they will be sending some as well. Before we left Seika, I didn't imagine this many of us would die. Tansaro understood that possibility, right? No. Even I didn't imagine it would be this bad. Especially that even Jiaga would die. Tansaro-sama, we've prepared the cart with Jiaga. Okay, so they're getting his body. Good work. I still need to remain here. Go on ahead. I'll make haste and catch up with you soon. Sir, the retainers of Jiaga-sama will also leave now alongside him. Forgive us. Yes, I'll leave Jiaga in your care, Jigan. Sorry to interrupt, Kansaro-sama. The soldiers outside camp have captured a strange man. A soldier from Kin? Yes. Well, no. To call him a soldier of Kin, according to the man himself, he's a general of Kin. A Kin general? Yes. He said I've come to meet with Kansaro-sama. How interesting. Bring him here. Oh, okay, so it's so interesting. I'm a retainer of General Osen of the Kin 6th grade generals. General So. I have words for General Kansaro of the Shao Seika army, so I've come to surrender. What did you say? A retainer of Osen? This bastard is from General Kin? Is a general from Kin? Why would a man like that come here? Wait, this man was commanding the Kin army that was fighting against us. Right, I remember that face. Guards, seize him. Okay, so they pin him down. Retribution for Jiaga-sama and our other slain allies. That's more than enough reason to behead this man. Forgive me for stalling your tent, Kansaro-sama. Wait, Jigan. That man says he has something to discuss with me. We'll kill him after hearing his reasons for coming here. We know his reason, even without hearing him out. This bastard came here to defect. Nah. Defeated officers will sometimes change sides to serve the victors. However, as a retainer of Jiaga-sama, I will not permit that. Then he says, I'm not defecting. Is that so? Then what? So you're here for vengeance? The swordswoman who slew Jiaga, Shiryu, he's her man. In other words, since I'm the general of the enemy forces who fought against them, he's come to take my head. As embodiments of Shiryu's enmity? Why don't you mind? Then you won't mind if we take off your head, right? That's not it either. Was this bastard captured trying to sneak his way in? No. He voluntarily offered up his own name, handed over his weapon, and surrendered. Stand down, Jigan. I will hear his words. What worth is risking your life to come speak with me, soul? Tell me, Kansaro, do you have a woman that you love? I would like to ask the same to all of you here. When you return to Seika, will the women you love be waiting for you? What the fuck are you talking about? To me, it was Shiri. To me, Shiryu was my everything. As a retainer of Osen-sama, I dedicated my life in service of supporting him. However, my heart has only ever belonged to Shiryu. Truthfully, she is not the type of woman who should be partnered with a man like me. She's the greatest of women. That is why I coaxed her with sweet promises that we'd always be together until separated by death. But I was the one who separated us during the battle. When you pursued the Shibashu main army. I feel like you had no choice given the state of battle. Yes, that was the correct decision for the battle. However, as the man she loves, I broke our vow, and I left her to die alone. Worst of all, I abandoned her and fled. And now Shiryu is somewhere in the ravaged plain, all alone, rotting away. He's starting to break down. Oh my god, I forgot to mute myself like a second ago. Yeah. Sorry about that. I think that was like a minute ago that I muted myself. That was my bad. Thanks for letting me know. After Giaga died, I tried to think and act in accordance with what Giaga would have done. And so, say your thanks to Giaga. Wait, what the fuck? She's lean, alive. Soul-sama? Sorry, but her left arm that Giaga pulverized was turning necrotic. So I amputated it. Oh, wow, okay. That's... Okay, that was... I take back what I said earlier. This was a dope chapter. Okay, next chapter, 799. 3 more to go. After this. Okay, so we continue where we left off. Shiryu's right there. And they embrace each other. Chapter 799, The Cycle of War. Soul-sama, how could you be so reckless? Even without my arm. Once my other wounds had healed, I would have killed 5 or 6 of these guys and broken out of here of my own. What a woman. No regard that we healed her. You should say your thanks to Kansaro-sama. He's the one who ordered to help her. Even with our help, she did well to escape death with those heavy wounds. And she recovered this much after just a few days. That's enough of this talk. We let you embrace your woman. Now it's time for us to send this man's head flying. You think I'll let you, Gramps? I'll kill you. Okay, so they're... Apologies, Kansaro. Will you hear out one last request for me? I'll offer up my head for you, but please send Shiryu back home to Kin. What are you saying, Soul-sama? Be silent. I will not be silent. If Soul-sama is going to die here, then I'll die as well. I beg of you, Kansaro-sama. That's enough. If I planned on killing you, Soul, I wouldn't have let you see your woman. Obviously. Out of respect for your courage, I'm releasing the both of you. Oh, fuck, I respect the shit out of that. GG's. Kansaro W. Out of respect for your courage, I'm releasing the both of you. Go. Thank you. I will never forget you. I will never forget my debt to you. I can't accept this. I can't understand this. Not only are we not taking their heads, we're going to let these bastards just leave? Kansaro-sama. Jigan, do you remember what Giaga says? Kansaro is a virtuous man. He admired that virtue. Giaga often said he wanted to be a man like Kansaro. Of course I know that. How many years do you think I served Giaga-sama, Muju? In that case, it's fine, right? I think we were pretty cool just now. I mean, yeah, they were. I think we were pretty cool just now. Don't worry. I'm sure Giaga also is smiling right now. Right, Jigan? Ridiculous. If we've ever seen Giaga smell, as if we've ever seen Giaga-sama smell. Sorry about that. Okay, so off they go. And I'm seeing a whole lot of celebration. And I'm assuming that's Zhao. People eating in the capital of Zhao, Kantan. People were reveling at the news that the Riboku army had once again earned a major victory against the Qin armies in northern Zhao, and were conducting a grandiose celebration. It's Riboku-sama's victory. Okay, yeah, so they're all cheering. There's Riboku-sama dolls. This is the same make on tea that Riboku-sama. Okay, so people just trying to make some money out of this. Just capitalizing on anything related to Riboku. And so Riboku's popularity reached its zenith. Has Riboku-sama still not returned home in triumph? He's still at the battlegrounds to the north. What a hard-working man. Excuse me. To think he'd secure a total victory like this. But with this victory, the armies of Qin will give up invading our kingdom. And that's exactly what will cause us problems. Excuse me. My allergies acting up again. Okay, so he's saying that the fact that Qin is probably giving up permanently will cause a lot of problems. Think about it. If the wars between us and Qin stop, then Riboku will settle into the imperial court here in Kantan. If that happens, everyone in our faction here will undoubtedly be reassigned. We could even lose our roles as officers. Oh, okay, yeah, so it's just selfishness. If we don't make some kind of play right now, something to diminish Riboku's status. I mean, that's odd. I mean, that would probably hurt them even more. I mean, it would probably cost them their lives. And besides, Riboku's popularity is through the roof now. Haha, Riboku's really popular, huh? I'm seeing someone holding, like, pulling naked slaves, it looks like. Is this what happens when you beat the Qin army 2 years in a row? If he was a greedy man, then we'd have some common ground to talk about. Okay, Zhao Qin, Shen. Tell Riboku to finish cleaning things up and return immediately. The Qin will praise him personally. Okay, so we have a panel of Riboku and Shibasho. Having the Seika army with its hidden strength, attack the enemy directly and quickly, bring things into a final struggle was the best strategy to defeat Olsen. To think this started because you took us in when we had nowhere to go. I don't even know how to convey our gratitude to you and Seika. Riboku. Seika responded to your words and set forth in this battle. And I think we came to know just what the spirit of Seika is. On the other hand, we suffered great loss. And to prevent those sacrifices from being vain, Seika will have to set forth for the battlefield once again, should Zhao be thrown into crisis from another invasion. Wait, and to prevent those sacrifices from being in vain, Seika will have to set forth for the battlefield once again, should Zhao be thrown into crisis from another invasion. Okay. So now they're permanently tied to war. Now, I don't know if that was part of Riboku's plan, but I don't think Riboku is that big of an asshole. It's as Gansaro said. If we involve ourselves with you, we can't go back to how we were. But you all have been doing this for many years. In the far north at Ganmon. Isn't it painful to force them to do this, Riboku? It is painful. However, as long as Kin is trying to unify China, and these lands will never know tranquility. No matter where we are, sooner or later we will find ourselves wrapped up in war. Kin who are devising these invasions are evil. Any kingdom who possesses strength does the same. Ultimately, as long as there are separate kingdoms, we cannot escape this cycle of war. Ooh. So you approve of Kin's unification through martial might, says Riboku. That's not what I'm saying. Seika was established to be a kingdom outside of the cycle of war, but even we were pulled into it. I was lamenting to myself that we struggled and built up an independent kingdom. I was lamenting to myself that we struggled and built an independent kingdom, but we merely obtained a fleeting moment of peace. The repetition of war and peace is all there is. That's what we humans are. The only thing we can do is stave off war and hold onto our times of peace as long as possible. That is why we thoroughly destroyed Osen's army this time. Along with Konki's defeat last year, the impact of consecutive losses means Kin should be unable to conduct any large wars for a few years. So peace will come to these lands for a time. Just in that case, we shall enjoy that peace at Seika, until a massive threat encroaches upon us again. The corpses of our fallen are being delivered to Seika. For now, we must send off our fallen and see to reliving the pain felt by their surviving family. Kin planned to assault our capital of Canton after invading northern Zhao. They intended to bring Zhao to ruin in the next 2 to 3 years. So they poured a great deal of manpower and wealth into this war. And it ended in total failure. Kin has their sights set on unifying all of China through might. But this was an extraordinary step back. And in the time that Kin has been only targeting Zhao, Chu and Wei have been amassing strength which should cause further difficulties for them in the future. In my eyes, Kin's path to unifying China has been smashed to pieces during this Battle of Hango, Shibasho, and that is because you and the people of Seika have resolved to join this war and spill your blood. I once again extend my gratitude to you. Okay, so he says, I also think that their path has been destroyed. But do you believe that Kin will give up on their dream of unifying China? That entirely depends on the king of King in Kanyo. I mean, that's what I've been saying. Like, it's even if they like manage to recover the army, like completely recover the manpower they lost, it's hard to sell it to the public, like regular people, the citizens, because they've witnessed 2 straight wars ending up in a huge L. This one being even worse somehow. And the main question that I have is why did we send Olsen again? Olsen played part, oh, not the previous war, but the one before that. After that was Kanki, which is a strategist. Now hold up. So they threw two strategists to try to out-strategize Riboku. It seems kind of a... Yeah, those wars were they were doomed from the start. Not to downplay Kanki and Olsen, but that's like engaging Riboku at his own game. You're just taking too big of a risk. In that case, you actually may probably have a better shot if you send pure muscle like over there. Not without strategy, of course. I think if you replaced Olsen's army with Yotanwa's army, that would have been very different. Yotanwa this time? I mean, maybe. I mean, if we're talking like straight up raw strength, Mobu is the one to go. But I think that's too much. Like, that's too much brawn and no brain for Riboku. He's already been outplayed by Riboku once, and it caused Oki to die. Like, he was so hot-headed, he just followed blindly until they got cornered and had to be saved by Oki. I think Yotanwa would have done a much better job if she's the one who fought instead of Olsen. The Mountain Tribe, they're very unconventional. People don't seem to know a lot about them. They speak a different language, so you can't really like interpret what they're doing. If like you can't like listen to their plans. You can't spy on them. And then there's that one motherfucker, Baggio, who turns into an absolute fucking monster when push comes to shove. And if you add Shin and Olsen to her army, I mean, I think that would be a recipe to like win, to defeat Riboku. Because I don't think you can out-strategize Riboku. And I'm not saying Olsen is... I'm not saying Riboku is better than Olsen. But in a way, he kind of is. Like, he simply decided to, like, exploit Olsen's weaknesses. I mean, Yotanwa is nice. I'd love to... I mean, it'd be cool to see her in action, but what I really want, is to watch Kin fight in Toll's army. Like, Kin serve as a general in Toll's army. That'd be so dope. Look, we got another color page. Dope. Consecutive, devastating defeats. Tanyo has fallen into despair, but there is light. Chapter 800, the Three Pillars. The Three Pillars. Wasn't that the, like the great generals of Zhao? I think it was. Okay, so we are right now in a war room. I don't think this is Sei's war room. One of them says, the cities of Shin and Chin can send 300 troops each. Ryo can send provisions in Liu of troops. Hin can send spears and arrows, and the city of Zhou can send 200 troops. Actually, I think I'm gonna take back what I said. I think like in a huge open field, just like this, just like the one where the war took place, MOBA might actually be the way to go. Like you're just charging forward to the point, like charging forward with such an insane manpower to the point that strategies don't even matter. It's probably, I mean, Shin would take a heavy loss in terms of manpower. And I think in the end, as long as they get past Shibashio, it's over. They wouldn't have any manpower that can get past Mobu, being assisted by Shin and Ohon. But yeah, let's continue. Since the chief of military affairs, Shohei-kun, is absent right now, we'll discuss the actual troop movements later. For now, we'll proceed with the preparations to send more soldiers to the front line against Zhao. The city of Hokuko can send 150 troops. Wasn't it 500, not 150? No, I'm thankful for even 150. We should focus on what we can do now, as we move step by step towards our next invasion of Northern Zhao. That's enough of that talk, isn't it? If we don't face this ghastly reality head on, then we'll be thrust headlong towards an even more hideous end. Candidate for Prime Minister, Fukio. I mean, his name is a literal fuck you. Holy shit. Look how it's spelled. There's one letter away from being a fuck you. But he's spitting. Like, just these fucking dumbasses are just being like, oh, well, we'll just try again, invading Northern Zhao. If the first time didn't work, and the second time didn't work, I'm sure the third time will work. I'm sure the third time will work brilliantly. It's not like it didn't work before. If we don't face this ghastly reality head on, then we will be thrust headlong to... Yeah, I mean, he's spitting. Finally, someone with actual common sense. What are you saying? Yo, fuck out of here. Come on. Fuck off. We have grasped the reality of the situation and are looking ahead to... You aren't looking ahead. You're simply fleeing from reality. Money and power aren't limitless commodities. The attacks on Jian and Hango were two great wars that we initiated with a combined manpower of 300,000 troops. Both ended in failure with nothing to show for them. Rations and wages for 300,000 people. A sum of money large enough to rattle even the royal coffers just simply vanished. Of course, we're spending even larger sums of money in other areas. My point exactly. More than half of the soldiers for this attack on Hango came from the Northern Army. The vast majority of which lost their lives, and the northern regions have become severely despondent. If we don't generously compensate them, the people in the northern regions will begin to drift away from us. Yep, that's what I've been saying. Gotta keep the people... I mean, you got, if you want to do this dumb shit, you gotta keep morale up. So you're saying that it will cost even more money to settle these affairs. That is what war is. No, it's exactly as Fukio says. Rishi. The timing is unfortunate, but the 3-year alliance between us and Wei will come to an end soon. Exactly. As a term of the alliance, we handed the strategic location of Juko over to Wei, which solidly increased their strength. It's not unthinkable that Wei would would use Juko as base of operations to invade us the moment the alliance expires. Wait, isn't Wei like that one weak country? Like that doesn't have any real military? Like the one that specializes in diplomacy, I think. It's not unthinkable for a... Okay, yeah. There have also been reports that the armies of Chu are preparing to move north. Invading kingdoms that have been weakened through defeats is ironclad law in warring states. Hey, I learned that from One Piece. Nah, just common sense. I'm joking. Like, let two powerhouses fight each other. The moment it's over, you swoop in and take shit over. In other words, we're going to have our hands full defending for the time being. Even that will be a monumental challenge. After all, we've just lost 200,000 men in the span of 2 years. We aren't in a position to be talking about dreams. We should give up on the enormous dream of unifying China and change our goals to something more like in the line of our abilities, such as leading an alliance across the kingdoms like the 5 hegemons of the past. Wait, author's notes. During the spring and autumn period, there were 5 times when a kingdom took the lead and formed alliance with the other kingdoms. Okay. To stabilize China. Rishi, you bastard! How could you say something like that so easily? I'm not saying it easily. I came to this conclusion bitterly. The unprecedented kingdom of legalism could make after unification. Even someone who has grown as cold as I have, my heart felt a stir at the thought of this dream. However, while I am a legalist, I'm also one of the ministers that upholds the kingdom of Qin. I must accurately assess what our kingdom can and cannot accomplish. If I do not, Qin will fall into an unrecoverable state. Are you saying that we should just throw away everything we've gained so far? It's only 2 defeats. I mean, saying it's only 2 defeats is a wild statement. Those aren't, those aren't 2 mere defeats. They are consecutive defeats of our 6 great generals, who are symbols of the might of the Qin during large-scale battles, with troops in hundreds of thousands. Shogun-kun. The situation of our kingdom finds itself in The situation our kingdom finds itself in right now, even a former soldier like yourself can understand that, right? That is enough. A discussion we won't move forward. Wait, he says a discussion like this won't move forward. Not while... You gotta have the discussion. What are you saying? Not while the Chief of Military Affairs and Chancellor of the Right isn't present. What is he doing anyway? That's right, why isn't Shohei-kun here at a time like this? Speaking of which, I haven't seen him in a few days. Shohei-kun he fucking fled to Zhao. He's like, nah, these motherfuckers are idiots. Let me assist you, Riboku. What is Shohei-kun doing? Well, I also made the visit to his estate, but I was turned away at the gate. What? If Kaio Kudono can't meet with him, then has something happened to Shohei-kun? Okay, so we have a flashback. Oh, fuck. Hold up. This is gonna be good. I just had a crazy idea. So I saw this panel right here. Hold up, let me switch. You said our path to unification has been destroyed? No, I just had this crazy idea. What if it's not? At least not through large-scale battles. I mean, the Wei country, it doesn't have an official military. It just deals in diplomacy. If I was a warmongering psychopath, I would send a small army and take that one over to boost morale. And from there on, you can slowly recover whatever morale there's left to restore. You can go a little bit CIA style. Like stirring shit up from inside other countries. There are ways to do shit, but it's like in this age of China, like politics and shit like that was very primitive. I mean, let's be real here. Say is a warmongering psychopath. I mean, we're cheering for him because he's a main character, but honestly, this story could have been written from the eyes of Riboku, and Sei would have been the villain. The only oh, he's definitely romantic. I don't know. Are you familiar with some of, like, the actual history of Sei? I mean, my knowledge is very, very basic. It just consists of things that a friend of mine has told me while I was reading for the first time. Like the one arc between of Sei and his mother. In the manga, Sei was very what's the word? Not generous. Like he was very merciful to his mother. As fucked up as she was, he gave her like a fancy prison cell, and he told her, yeah, I'm gonna make sure you're gonna be well fed and that sort of shit. Real life Sei, he fucking killed her. He killed his own mom. That is not a good dude. As fucked up as she is, he did not give a shit. He just wanted power. I'm gonna go grab me another drink. Be back in a minute. Because I ran out. Ew, I'm back. Manga is not keeping historic. Yeah, it's not. I mean, overall it's fairly historical, but yeah, it's not 100% accurate. Well, cheers. Okay, so let's see. So you said our path to unification has been destroyed? I take responsibility for everything, says Shohei-kun. Our 2 losses to Riboku are my failings. If taking my head would atone for, absolutely not, says Sei. If you feel responsible, then strike back with strategy. Such a strategy doesn't exist. I know it doesn't exist, says Sei. That's why creating a path where previously nothing existed is called a great achievement. From the start, we're trying to do something that no one has been able to accomplish for 500 years. Isn't it obvious that the path doesn't exist? Even given the current situation, are you saying you won't give up? Here's another strategy they could have done. They have 6 great generals. They sent 2, of which one of them didn't even participate. Why? I mean, Riboku and Shibashu are the only ones left. Could have had Mobu assist Olsen. Like Mobu with let's say just 70k, just 70,000 dudes on top of Olsen's army would have made a difference. So many things that it could have done different. Even given the current situation, are you saying you won't give up? The words never give up. The words give up and never. Wait, hold on. I can't read. The words never give up. Oh my god, I can't read for shit. The words give up have never and will never exist inside me. I will accomplish this. Shohei-kun, Shobun-kun, together with you two, chancellors, we will see this through. I mean, like the future prime minister said, you gotta do something for the people. They lost 200,000 people in 2 years. You gotta give them something. Their family members have died for nothing. Compensate them. Give them anything you have left. Okay, so what I'm getting from this is Shohei-kun has locked himself up in his home, trying to figure out a plan. Some sort of plan. Understood, he says. I ask for 3 days' time. I will give my all and find us a path that leads to our dream. Shohei-kun, says Sei. I truly believe that you stand equal to or even above Riboku as a military genius. I beg of you. I mean, I think he's right, but the decisions that he's made, they're kind of weird. Hold on a minute. Isn't it strange that even Kayoko-dono can't meet with him? How many days has passed since Shohei-kun has locked himself away? Come to think of it, I'm not sure. My master has been inside his estate for 6 days. Okay, so he passed the time limit. He asked for 3 days. He's been away for 6 days. 6 days? Could it be he felt responsible for our losses and has taken his whole life? God damn. Someone should go check on him. No, he left orders that no one is to enter his residence. And here the door opens up. Chancellor Shohei-kun, what have you been doing until now? My king, please remove everyone for a moment. Understood. Everyone except Shobun-kun will withdraw at once. Yes, sir. Well, let's see what he's come up with. So, Shohei-kun, the strategy. Wait, before that, for these 6 days, you have been wrestling with strategies, fighting against all the kingdoms for us. For that, I offer you my gratitude, Shoikun. If I come up with 100 scenarios and was defeated in all of them... Wait. If I came up with 100 scenarios and was defeated in all of them, I intended to take my own life with a dagger. I prepared it at my side. I think that's a mistranslation. I think he meant to say if I got defeated in any scenario. And as all those scenarios so easily fell to pieces, I extended my hand towards my blade. Wait, hold up. Oh, no. Okay, I misread. Of course I misread. I always misread everything. Wait, did I misread? It says, if I came up with 100 scenarios, I think that has to be some sort of mistranslation. And was defeated in all of them. I intended to take my own life with a dagger I prepared at my side. And as all those scenarios so easily fell to pieces, I extended my hand towards my blade. What? However, my hand stopped. Not because I feared death, but because our king's words flashed through my mind. That I stand above Riboku. If that is what stopped me, then at that moment, it seems that I too believe I could overcome Riboku. Yes, I truly believe you can. And so, instead of ending my life, I redoubled my efforts to search for a strategy to claim victory over Riboku in all of China. I stopped counting how many hundreds or thousand strategies I considered. Inside my mind, I repeatedly forced the people of Qin to spill their blood and sent them off to die. And so, if we can erect 3 pillars, then Qin may once again return to the path of unification. Okay, so I'm assuming one of said pillars are like the morale of the people. I'm assuming that he's talking like those type of pillars, not like actual geographical locations to take over. What? The 3 pillars? 3 war reforms that will be enacted across the entire kingdom. War reforms? Oh shit! I mean, if someone says that in real life, it's mostly some batshit crazy shit. Shohei-kun, what is the first reform? The first is to have all people living in the kingdom of Qin be compiled into a family register. Huh? The first is to have all people living in the kingdom of Qin be compiled into a family register. Does he mean like ID? Like passports? Compiled into a family register. Okay, next chapter. 801. Load. The second pillar. Oh my god, it's... Zoom in, please. There we go. The first military reform is to establish a family register? Just what do you... Truthfully, we in the Imperial Court do not fully grasp the small details across the kingdom. Interesting. Aside from the various large cities, we at Kanyu do not have a confirmed count of the number of far-flung villages or stateless areas founded by refugees. Oh, so like a census. Okay. As such, it is believed that the actual number of residents in those areas are greatly different from what we think. Changes in regional population are recorded based on reports from the lords who govern those areas. But I suppose the accuracy of those reports could vary depending on the personality of those lords. For that reason, I don't want to leave it to those lords. We of the Imperial Court will personally look into the matter to accurately grasp all the fine details. We will have an accurate count of the men and women, along with their ages, that live in our kin without missing a single person. Well, all the citizens without missing anyone? Ridiculous, there's no way that can be done. The large cities are one thing, but even the villages deep in the barely civilized mountainous areas? Much less the territories formed by migrants. You're saying the Imperial Court will personally travel there and investigate? Preposterous. I can't even imagine the labor this motherfucker has to work for the first time in his life. It is necessary in order to erect the first pillar of reform. Wait a moment, Shohei-kun. Earlier you said military reforms. If that's the case, why establish a family register? Isn't something like that more in line with managing the kingdom's internal affairs? This isn't the time to be doing something like that. Shohei-kun, do you intend to bring back the army that we lost? Exactly so. I mean, that's one way to do it. If we can create a register of all our citizens, then the Imperial Court will be able to grasp the number and location of all adult men across the Kingdom of Kin. In other words, if we were to initiate a forced conscription of holy shit. If we were to initiate a forced conscription of every adult man across all of Kin without missing even one, then Kin could once again bring forth a large military force. Oh fuck, this gonna go full authoritarian. What are you saying? A forced military conscription of all men in Kin? The farmers and laborers are one thing, but what are you saying we should simply send everyone into the battlefield? That would stir up insurrections in every corner of the kingdom. I mean, I'm telling you this, if a recruiter ever knocked on my door for the military, dragged me into a van or a truck or whatever, forced me to join a war, I'm telling you, that's it. I'm either ending up dead or in a prison. The person... If World War III breaks out, I get forced into a war, the first person to die is the person to hand me a gun. Leave me out of your fucking wars. Never planning on dying for some rich fuck for oil or whatever. We can't bring back our army through normal means. If we don't create an army of 300 soldiers... Jesus, I can't talk! Okay, let's try again. If we can't create an army of 300,000 soldiers within the next half year, then Kin can't take the first step towards recovery. If we intend to re-establish our footing, then we must take all of the people who have been mere spectators to our wars and bring them into the fold, regardless of who they are. We have no choice but to have all citizens of Kin come together as one and thrust themselves into the battle to topple other kingdoms. That is fucked up. That is actually fucked up. That's too reckless. If Kanye wields its authority to that extent, what kind of militarism? That kind of militarism, there's no way the people will acknowledge that. We will force them. Obviously, we will reward their service. They're gonna fucking die. What do you mean reward them? Obviously, we will reward their service handsomely, but disobedience will lead to punishments for all their kin. Oh my fucking... Hey, nah, this is crazy. Disobedience will lead punishments for all their kin. If you do such a thing, the people will bear hatred towards the imperial court, towards the king. I don't care. Nah, oh my god, he's losing it. He's actually losing it. I am a king with bloodied hands, intent on bringing the other 6 kingdoms to ruin. Since the beginning, I have been prepared to be called a tyrant by those outside and inside of Kin. Right now, there is but one critical thing. We must allow our path of unification to vanish. We must not allow our path to unification to vanish. That path will bring the suffering to all of China, including Kin. For the sake of bringing about a war... Jesus. For the sake of bringing about a world without war, Kin must continue moving forward, no cost, no matter the... Oh my god. This is fucked up. Your Majesty. Shobun-kun, summon Fukyo, Rishi, Mr. Shi, and we'll begin... You will begin as soon as we finish here. We can begin to guess how many unconfirmed settlements there are. Furthermore, there are citizens near the frontier, near the front lines and territories, which belongs to the enemy until recently. Establishing a family registry for all of them will be an extraordinary feat. I don't care if you have to use every last official. You will see it done. I'm counting on you, Shobun-kun. Sir, by your orders. So that, yeah, that's why the family registry. It's not just for the registry, but like so they can punish your family if you disobey. And now the next one. We will erect this first. Jesus. We will erect this first pillar. What will the second pillar be, Shohei-kun? The second pillar will be reforming our military structure. During these 2 years, the Qin army has lost the Kanki of the great 6th grade generals. Similarly, Osen has suffered a major loss. We are lacking 2 generals capable of leading large armies and delivering our authority. As such, we will promote certain generals to be one step below Great General. We will promote certain generals to be one step below Great General. We will expand their armies, and we will have them fight while shouldering the heavy responsibility of Qin. Qin's grand... Hold up. We will have them fight while shouldering the heavy responsibility of Qin's grand military strategy against other kingdoms. Do you mean, Your Majesty, you already know who I'm... okay, yeah. You know who I'm speaking... You know who I'm speaking without me even saying. Oh my god, you know... You already know who I... I can't read, fuck! I can't read for shit! You already know of whom I speak without me even saying. What? We are promoted to a rank above general? That means you're making us great generals? Obviously, it's not going to go that far. So you mean the makeup of our armies will be expanded? The Gyokuho and the Gakuka will increase to 50,000 each. Wait, the Gyokuho and the Gakuka will increase to 50,000 each, and we'll have you defend the lands around Rakushi and Koto. 50,000? Considering the scope of these armies, we'll also be promoting your officers. Kanjo and Akakin of the Gyokuho will be promoted to general. Aisen and Rikusen of the Gakuka will also be promoted to general. Okay, so he hasn't said what will happen to Shin. So the Gakuka has Koto and the Gyokuho has Rakushi. Sensei, does this mean your target is... So what about me? What about the Hishin units, Shohei-kun? We have suffered 2 consecutive defeats to Riboku. We lost Kanki of the 6th grade generals, and Olsen is taking responsibility for his defeats and has been relieved of his duty. Oh my fuck. Has been relieved of his duty. They fucking... Oh my... They fucking fired Olsen. We are working towards the unification of China. We have taken a misstep into unrecoverable position. However, during the next 2 years, we must return to that path no matter what. In 2 years. If we fail, then our battle will end here. We already know that we're in a crappy situation. That's why you called us here. Quit being so pretentious, Shohei-kun. What should the Hishin unit do? Should we be defending somewhere like these two? I don't care how bad the fighting is, leave it to us. Shin, truth be told, the Gyokuho and the Gakuka won't be defending anything. We'll be intercepting reinforcements from Wei and Zhao. Huh? Stopping reinforcements? Heading where? The plan for next year is to make the Hishin unit a 60,000 man army. What, 60,000? At the same time, Hyokai will be promoted to general. Sosui and En will be promoted to 5,000 man commanders. What, Kyokai? Lastly, the Hishin units will join forces with the 100,000 men of To army, let's go! Fuck yes! Hold up. So Shin gets 60k. I think General gets 30k. So the Hishin units will total... Hold up. So 60k plus 30 makes 90. And then En and Sosui will each get 5k, which makes 100. 100k! That's 100. Holy fuck! 100k. Oh my god. 100,000 man army for Shin. Lastly, the Hishin units will join forces with the 100,000 men of the To army. So 200k total. While the Gyokuho and the Gakuka hold off reinforcements from Wei and Zhao, you will bring down Han. Oh, let me see. Kingdom map. Where's Han? Fucking Reddit. Get to zoom in. Where's Han? Okay, yeah. So okay. So Han, I think, is that one small military, small country without military. Yokai getting what she does. I mean, she hasn't been in the spotlights for ages. Wait, what about Kyorei? I mean, I guess she's not like as experienced as Sosui or N. So I guess that would explain why she's not a commander. With her skills, I mean, she should get something. I mean, I wouldn't say she's as strong as Kyokai, but she's definitely. She could definitely take down a couple generals, like not great generals, but you know. She's making light work of Denrimi. Let's keep it like that. But so finally, a war with To. I said it like I was so disappointed during the previous war when I saw Osen. I was so disappointed. I wanted to see To so bad. And then I said it like I think an hour ago. No, this is crazy. You're catching strays? Not even that, but it just comes down to that one point that we made earlier about Osen not having heavy hitters. And it's actually crazy. Osen got fired. It's crazy. To make the Hishin unit a 60,000 man army. At the same time, Yokai will be promoted to general. Nah, 100k is crazy. We will join forces with the 100,000 men of the To army, while the Gyokuho and the Gakuka hold off reinforcements from the Wei and Zhao. The Hishin unit and the To army will crush Han. I mean, isn't that overkill though? I mean, hold up, look at this. Hold up, let me close chat real quick. Look at this. Let me zoom in some more. This kin right here, it has fought with Zhao a lot of times. Lost every single war against Zhao, on their territory at least. Han is this little speck right here. As far as I know, that's the country without a military that specializes in diplomacy from the previous mini arc, right? So sending 200,000 people there. You're sending To, a great general, and then Shin, someone who has the capacity to actually tango. I mean, he fucking killed, what's his face? Hoken. So what are they? They're actually planning to actually physically take down the castle. Like, just demolish it. That's too much. Like, not even half an hour ago, I think I said, like, half an hour ago, just send Shin to, with his, like, in his current state, to Han and just take it down. I'm sure he could do that on his own with his current 40k army. Nah, that's wild. So what is the third pillar then? Oh, I can't wait for this. Wonder how many chapters it's gonna take before that war starts. Okay, next chapter. Oh, is there another chapter after this? Ah, shame. Okay. Last chapter, 802. So and Shin can team up and take Han with. I mean, they don't have an army. I think we've seen all their forces in the capital at one time. I think Kyokai's forces will be enough. Just send Kyokai and her forces. That should be enough. I mean, Kyokai will probably die in the process, but I'm just trying to make a point here. Oh, speaking of Kyokai and Kyorei, the army of a great general. Yeah, looking great. The behemoth national policy of creating a family register for every citizen of Kin was underway. Like, Kyokai's soloing Hein is crazy, but I mean, it's not gonna be easy. She's, like I said, she's probably gonna either die or cripple herself for the rest of her life. But it's not crazy to say. The officials in Kanyu began rushing around frantically like they had been disturbed disturbed the Hornet's rest. This was due to the Imperial Court setting the deadline for the following summer. The 10 of us have been assigned the area of Bungo. Bungo? Wow. We've come because we heard there were relevant documents here. Take them from the shelves. Which shelf? All of them. Damn you, Shohei-kun. Even though we're in financial straits, from having to compensate the northern regions, you've started this immensely expensive project. I mean, you could cut costs by like not living a lavish lifestyle, you know? I mean, like all these like higher officials that are living insane lifestyles with the mansion that they have, the foods that they eat, with all the servants. I'm pretty sure you could cut a lot of costs there. We're already finding discrepancies. Bring me the records from the previous month. The labor costs alone are going to be extravagant. I mean, these are essentially politicians, and I've always had the belief politicians should earn minimum wage. I'm convinced that would solve most of the problems. Like forcing politicians will not be allowed to earn more than the minimum wage. You see the world change real damn quick. Shit, how are we going to fund this? Quit complaining, Rishi. Shohei-kun devised this strategy to bring us back from the brink of death, so we can resume our path to uniting China. Quit yapping, can't you see I'm talking? The stuff behind closed doors? Wait, you mean like the quote-unquote donations that politicians receive? Or are you talking about something completely different? We're doing this so we can resume moving towards our greatest desire. Oh, shut up, I'm aware of that. That's why I'm working away so gleefully. Like hell you are. You've done nothing but complain this whole time. Although the project we've been tasked with is truly exhausting, it seems like everyone's vigor has returned. It was like a funeral in here until recently, don't you think, Rishi? Ridiculous. There's no time to be indulging in sentimentality. I spent 3 days drafting up our strategy for completing the family registry by summer. Considering the overall volume of work and calculating based on that deadline, neither you nor I will be getting a full night's sleep for the coming year. At my age, that'll kill me. The three pillars that Shohei-kun has devised, 2 of them are the military's responsibility, while one of them falls under the purview of the officials. That's why we have to give everything we have until our pillar is erected. Wait, what's the 3rd pillar? You're right, Rishi. You still have to draft up the ordinance for the military conscription. I know. I'll get it done, even if I'm coughing up blood. With Ganyo as their center of operations, the officials worked in a hurry for the following year. During this tumultuous time, there was a small happening that would lead to a major event. Well, so it's Ace fighting Blackbeard again? Lead up to Marineford. Yan had initiated talk of an alliance with Ken, and the Prince of Yan had come to the Imperial Court as a hostage to facilitate these discussions. However, this prince decided to return home on his own volition. I'm going home. This would lead to a major event between these two kingdoms in the coming years. However, as all of Kanyo, including the palace, were rushing about. Oh my god, here we go. The prince's escape was not much of an issue at this time. Okay, so we're in Atsuyo. It's like behind the mountains in Zhao. Oh no, it's still in Kin. Okay, we have Olsen. He's taking off his helmet. Olsen and his remaining soldiers had entered Otsuyo's walls as they tended to their wounds. They were trying to devise how to rebuild their army. However, saying the Olsen army was destroyed would not be an understatement. As such, the plans for their recovery would obviously not come about so simply. May we enter, Olsen-sama? So, who had left the Olsen army without permission, returned together with Shiryu. So offered himself up to Olsen for punishment. However, Olsen wordlessly overlooked the incident and reinstated So to his previous position. I mean, yeah, he doesn't have much choice. As a side note, Sun Shu also returned at some point. Kanyo seems to be quite frantically making moves. The report says that Joei-kun has issued some kind of grand reforms. Okay, I have a new character, Olsen of the 5,000 men commander, creating a family register. Additionally, it seems there will be large modifications to our military structures. Next year, the Gyokuho, Gakuka, and the Hishin units will be increased to at least 50,000 men and will be sent to vital locations. 50,000? That's the level of... Yes, it's just one step below Great General. Surely they aren't thinking of sending those 3 armies to face Riboku. No. Headquarters isn't looking down on Riboku that much. They can't afford to. The only one who could slay Riboku is Austin's. Ah, fuck off. No, he can't. We were defeated at Hongo due to Riboku manipulating our information and hiding Seika's power. However, I can't imagine he has other large powers like Seika hidden up his sleeve. Between Shukai Plains and Hongo, we stand at 1 victory, 1 defeat. And with the next battle, we will know who stands on top. 8 or 9 times out of 10, the victory will go to Austin-sama. Incorrect, he says. 10 out of 10, the victor will be me. I mean, recruit some strong people, for crying out loud. Go find what's his face, Rempa. He's out there somewhere. That's some real firepower that you'll need. Apologies. It is as you say, Austin-sama. Do you think I'm bluffing, so? Apologies, but aren't you? In this situation, anyone would think so. It's not a bluff. If I felt like it, I could kill Riboku whenever I... Oh, come on. Fuck off. You literally lost to him. That man has a great weakness. If I exploited that, killing him would be trivial. Just supposing with that what you say is true, why didn't you do so? Because I calculated I could defeat him through direct confrontation without even exploiting that weakness. After winning, I intended to either take his head or employ him to my service. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not buying this at all. It just sounds like major fucking cope. If you'll allow me to turn your own words against you, but because you chose to engage in your direct confrontation and lost, Akko and Denrimi are dead. You are correct, so there's nothing so pathetic as a loquacious loser. For now, we shall mourn Akko and Denrimi, and watch over the affairs of Kin and the other kingdoms. If what Olsen is saying is real, then he's a fucking idiot. What? Soul Suidon and I will become 5,000 man commanders? Major, that is, nah, Major Olsen, yeah, that is crazy. Like, imagine getting in a bar fight and getting your ass completely handed to you, and then walking away and being like, well, I could have won, I just decided not to go all out because, you know, it's just, you know. No one will believe you. Like tens of thousands of people died. Because this motherfucker underestimated Riboku, I guess. Honestly, if Ace heard this and executed him on the spot, I wouldn't even be mad at it. Wait a moment. Soul Suidono is one thing, but I haven't done anything. I don't have any military achievement like killing enemy officers. Someone like that becoming a 5,000 man commander. Yeah, but you're a 5,000 man commander. Good job, Enson. It isn't good. 5,000 man commander is just a rank below general, right? But Shindono, you have worked so hard, spilled your blood. Okay, and is looking down on himself a little bit. I mean, if you've trained under Oki, you gotta be a 5,000 man commander by default. Fought your way out of countless fatal situations. Killed multiple enemy commanders and have been and has actually been a bit of an MVP several times. Like he's a solid foundation of the army. Reliable as fuck. Killed multiple enemy commanders and you have continuously building up your military achievements and finally became a general. How can it be possibly be good that someone that hasn't done anything gets, like me, gets to become a 5,000 man commander? Didn't you cross the river at Kyokuyo? That's all I've done. Cross the river. I don't remember, man. River. It sounds... Hold up. I vaguely remember, actually. But I don't remember which war that was. You're being dumb. There's no way someone could become a 5,000 commander by doing nothing. The Hishin unit is only able to keep going because you bring the unit together in my stead. Yeah, I mean... Enson is actually solid. Not to beat a dead horse, but I'm pretty sure he could hold his own against Denrimi. You listen to the new guys. You hear out the complaints from the mid-rank guys. Sometimes you reprimand and guide them, hustling to keep the units from getting separated. Because you handle all the background work that I suck at. I can keep my eyes forward and fight to my heart's content. The one who's really been supporting the Hishin unit all this time is you, Enson. Enson over Denrimi, yeah, exactly. I mean, he trained under Oki. He's got to have some like a little, like some actual fighting power to a certain extent. That's an achievement so big that no one is worthy to stand shoulder to shoulder with you. It's obvious that you become a 5,000 commander. Next time, the Hishin unit is going to get really big. Your work's going to get even harder, but I'll leave it in your hands, Lieutenant N. Sir, I will give it my all. Well then, the real problem is that Kyokai made her way up to General. You did it, Kaine. Nice promotion. Yeah, that's true. Considering her military achievements until now, it's not weird for her to become a general, but it's just that you don't feel like that level of zeal coming from you. It feels really damn awkward, huh? Oh, no, this is okay. Best panel I've seen all day. I'm saving this. I need that shit. Perfect. Wait, I didn't even read what she said. My path of becoming a great general of the heavens finally started. No, okay. That's the most I've seen of every character in so long. Ain't nothing started. However, we finally reached the point that a general has sprung forth from the ranks of a Hishin unit. What do you mean? Ako, Denrimi, and the other close retainers in the Osen army were all generals, right? What I'm saying is that once an army reaches the scale of a great general's... Jesus. What I'm saying is that once an army reaches the scale of a great general's army, new generals will spring forth. So if we keep popping out new generals from the Hishin unit, then the one to become general of the 5,000 man unit... Wait, the one to become general will be 5,000 man commander Lieutenant N. If we don't create our own generals, then we would need officers from other units to be generals here. There'd suddenly be some new guy from other army in charge of everyone. I'll do it. I'll do my best. But Enson doesn't really hold up when you compare him to someone like you. Just shut up. Damn, just lifts up his confidence and just shut on him immediately. I mean, she's no fighter at all, but 10 would make a decent general, considering her. I mean, her strategies are not at that level yet, but she could at least be a commander. Oi, the food's ready. Gather up. It's goddamn delicious. By the way, who are we gonna be fighting next year? Is it gonna be Riboku? The attack on Han is top secret. Don't tell anyone. Nah, I don't know still. Oh, I see. That makes sense. It's next year. Destroy Han. Since this era of Seven Kingdoms began, there has yet to be a battle that broke down a kingdom. Proceed with caution. Ohon, I don't need to tell you. Ohon, I don't need you to tell me. With my hands, I will bring down Han. I mean, he's gonna have to outshine To, which is practically impossible. What's wrong? We're going now. Well, anyway, congratulations on your promotion, Kyokai. You mean General Kyokai, right? Oh, what a chapter. Okay, what chapters? Plural. The last two chapters were insane. Holy shit, how long have I been streaming? I started at 8 PM and it's now 10:30. Ooh, okay. Oh, that was good. That was actually really good. Good shit. Okay. I think I'm gonna end it here. Getting pretty late. Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. Well, damn it. I mean, the first few chapters were a little bit boring. You know, just alright. But the last two, they went hard. Yeah, I'm gonna end it here. I've been streaming for 2.5 hours almost. So, if you haven't already, to anyone watching right now or the VOD, drop a like and subscribe. Next week, One Piece is coming back, hopefully, with a new chapter. And yeah, I was gonna be waiting. It's a shame that Kingdom is so inconsistent. Otherwise, I would have a dedicated day for Kingdom. But yeah, have a good one. Peace out.